Hi loves, welcome back to my channel, and in today's tutorial we're going to be doing this burst tumbler. It is the pencil teach design, which I'm obsessed with. Y'all kept asking about it, so of course I have to do a tutorial for you guys. So if you want to learn how to do it, just keep watching. Alright guys, so I've already prepped and spray painted my tumbler. I did also tape off the bottom because we're going to be doing a glitter butt for this design, which I think is absolutely so cute on this style of tumbler. And I also forgot to record myself cutting my template in my Silhouette software. I will have both the settings that I use and the size of my template down in the description, so that way y'all can know what size I use, because all 20-ounce tumblers are not the same. I get my tumblers from the tumbler supply store and also from Mother Tumblers, so I have to adjust my settings accordingly, but I did find one that works for me. So applying your template. First, what I did was I put my template around the whole cup to make sure that the bottom lined up with that black electrical tape, which is a good guide for me. That's why I always tape off the bottoms of these tumblers. But I made sure it was lined up all the way around. And then I took my needle weeding tool and I poked at the blue side and I peeled that back until I had about an inch worth of the adhesive exposed underneath, and then I creased it and I started to smooth it around my tumbler as like I'm doing a vinyl wrap. Now that we're at the end of wrapping our template, I'm just gonna go around and see if there's any air bubbles, and I did have two, so I took my needle weeding tool and just poked a hole and I smoothed it out just like you would a vinyl wrap. Now I'm taking my X-Acto knife and I'm gonna cut off any hangover that I have from my template. I did learn though, as I did this style more and more, that you can really just skip this step, because if you don't have too much hangover, it pretty much just has like a whole seamless finish all together. So if you don't have that much hangover like I did, you can just totally skip this step. Now that we have our template on, we are ready to start applying our glitter. So I'm gonna start my darkest color first, which is black, and I'm just gonna use my needle weeding tool and take off the first piece. I peel that off and then I apply my glitter. So I rub it in with my finger and then I brush off as much as I can with my dry paintbrush, and then I come in with my lint roller to get off any glitter that is sticking to the paper. Now you're just going to keep repeating that same step. Peel, apply your glitter, peel, apply your glitter. Make sure you rub it in really good and then try to brush off as much as you can. That's why I'm happy I had this lint roller on hand, because it really did come in handy for this project. So now that we are down to our final glitter color, which is applying our white glitter, you're just going to make sure you're getting all the extra little pieces inside the letters. Sometimes I did forget to take off the little white triangle in the A, but that's okay because when we apply our vinyl, there's a silver, like a little silver piece of the A that covers that, so you're not going to see it anyway. But just make sure you're getting all the paper off, and be sure that when you're rubbing in your white glitter to get, a good coverage, because you don't want any of the adhesive exposed underneath once you go to spray seal, because then once you do that, your adhesive won't be sticky anymore, and then you'll have to go back in with Mod Podge and then put glitter over it, and then it becomes a whole big thing, and trust me, I've done it. It looks weird, so you don't want that to happen to you. Here's a look at our full glitter template. It is so pretty, but my customer did ask me to make it extra bright, so I did go in with Mod Podge and each glitter color, and this is what it looks like. So much brighter, so much more fun. I am obsessed with this. I've already applied 2 coats of FLYNN Sisters Supply Shop Premium Artist Cure Epoxy, and I let that cure for 2 days. You don't have to wait that long. That's just what I did because I had other things to do. But now we are ready to apply our vinyl outlining. Y'all, this took me forever to get down, and I finally got a method that works for me that I did not do in this video because I figured it out later. But this is how I did it. I used the parchment paper technique for this tumbler, which it did come out really good, but I realized I was wasting so much parchment paper because I was tearing it and ripping it in little pieces so it can adhere, and then I slide it off. So I did come up with a new method that that worked a lot better for me, and I wasn't wasting parchment paper. All right, so now I'm just going to line this up on my tumbler as best as I can. As you can see, I did have that piece of parchment paper by the H. It was already torn off. So I'm just going to pull that out once I have this lined up, and I'm going to smooth it over my tumbler. Once I have that smoothed down, I'm going to pull out the rest of the parchment paper and smooth the rest of my vinyl outline over the tumbler, making sure I don't have any air bubbles. Also, I'm going to be using my squeegee just to rub on my outline a lot better than I could with my hand and make sure I'm really getting in there and that there isn't any extra bubbles or wrinkles in my vinyl. And guys, when you are peeling off your transfer tape, just make sure that you are rolling it back flat so you don't get any bubbles or lifting from your vinyl. Now we're ready to apply our pencil outlining, and oh my goodness, if any of y'all have done this tumbler, y'all know applying this rainbow on here is the hardest part. I really have no words for it because I was getting so frustrated because I was wasting vinyl after vinyl after vinyl, and I used a whole roll just trying to get this right for one tumbler. It was, oh my gosh, y'all, it was ridiculous. But the technique that I'm using is the parchment paper for this one. I did learn a newer way later on, which instead of using the parchment paper, what I do is I take my outlining on the transfer tape and I make it like a U, and I apply it from the middle and then smooth it out on each side, which I felt like I had a more flawless finish. And there was no bubbles or any wrinkling in my vinyl when I did that. As I'm smoothing my vinyl over my tumbler, I'm just going to be rubbing my fingers over to make sure I don't have any bubbles or wrinkles in my vinyl, because we all know with this chrome vinyl, if there is any wrinkles or bubbles, you will definitely be able to see it under epoxy. And also you want to make sure your tumbler is 100% smooth, because if it's not and there's like any like pokey bits from your glitter or anything sticking up and you go to apply your vinyl, that will definitely show through, and we don't need that. Once I have my pencil outlining down, I'm going to remove my vinyl the same way I did with the Teach. Make sure it's rolled flat and you're rolling it back so you don't get any lifting or bubbles in your vinyl, because after all that hard work applying this vinyl, you definitely don't want any little accidents to happen at this point. Here's a quick look of our completed outlining. It is so cute, you guys. I'm obsessed with this. So now I'm just going to take a little strip from the outlining and I'm going to apply this over the silver part of my pencil. To me, this makes it look more like a pencil, and I think it's like super cute to add this little touch to your tumbler to make it stand out just a little bit more. So I just went ahead and put that over the silver part, and I'm going to use my X-Acto knife and cut off any extra vinyl that we have. And oh my goodness, y'all, this is just absolutely so cute. Look at that. Here's a full spin around of the completed vinyl detailing, and I am so obsessed with this design. After we sealed our vinyl with polycrylic, we are ready for our final coats of FLYNN Sisters Supply Shop epoxy. These neons are really doing it for me. They're so bright and vibrant. I love how beautiful they are. And this epoxy just makes this whole design stand out even more. I didn't have to do much sanding for this tumbler except for the top rim. And then also I forgot to record me doing the glitter butt. But guys, here is a quick spin around of our final and completed tumbler. It is so beautiful, and look at that glitter just sparkle. I'm obsessed. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like this video, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss a video. I'll see you all next time. Bye.